Okay, 586, did you arrive? 586.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now you can present.
Yes, sir. Good morning, everyone. This is Sai Charita Kotpalli. Now I'm going to give a seminar about cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is nothing but a form of digital currency. It is a
Madam, this is seminar జరుగుతుంది మేడం. ఫైనల్ పిఎం మేడం, సెమినార్ జరుగుతుంది. బి మేడం. ఓకే, అది ఏదో కోడ్ అడిగింది మేడం.
accepting the cryptocurrency, this type of cryptocurrency or not is what the customer has to check. And how do these cryptocurrencies work? Like cryptocurrencies are an encrypted digital currency. They are transferred between people and they're confirmed in a public ledger with a process known as mining. The following figure shows how the cryptocurrency work. The only input we give is the electricity that we provide into the system. Later, using a PC, the mining hardware, we set up the one-time investment that we are wanting to invest. Later, the mining hardware generates the cryptocurrency. The cryptocurrency can be exchanged for rupee using various websites which help exchange of cryptocurrency. Here in this figure, we know how a money is being converted into cryptocurrency, being traded between people, and again the cryptocurrency is being converted into money. Here person A is the initial customer. He invests his money into a certain website which helps exchange of cryptocurrency. Later he gets bitcoins. This person trades this bitcoins for some products or goods to the person B, and later this person B is again using the app or the bank to get his money through this cryptocurrency. This is how the transfer of products and goods for money is being done. If one is interested to buy cryptocurrency, this is how they have to buy. Cryptocurrencies are generally like assets that are created digitally following a set of rules and can be exchanged among users just like other currency. In order to, like, if someone wants to buy cryptocurrency and acquire them as their assets, the equivalent of currency exchange office is needed. This function is mainly done either through a broker or through a website, through a medium of exchange. It's being done. It can be human or it can be computerized. Coming to the benefits of cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency are easy to carry. They are simple and safe and also cheap. And the cryptocurrency collapse risk is low. These cryptocurrencies are also untraceable. They can be accessed by everyone, and cryptocurrencies are also they are decentralized, so anyone is open to use them. Why one should own cryptocurrency is being said in this slide. Fraud protection, low fees, transparency, worldwide payment, high privacy and security ensured. Like, it is safe to sell goods and services because transactions cannot be reserved. And it is also very much private because payments can be made without personal information connected to the transactions, and it can be traded everywhere in the world, unlike normal currency, which is being limited to a country or a region. And the disadvantages of cryptocurrency are as follows. Like, normal people are unable to understand the mechanism of cryptocurrency currently, right now. The lack of awareness is a major disadvantage of cryptocurrency. It is still in the developing process and the risk of volatility is high. So this is my seminar, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. Yes, sir, I'm done with my seminar. I can't hear you, sir.
నన్ను హాస్ట్
Yes,
చేయమ్మా.
sir. Yes, sir, I'll.
నెక్స్ట్
Sir, I'm ready, sir. 587.
ఏమ్మా
587 ready to present, sir.
No, who is giving the presentation next? You only? 87?
587, sir.
587.
Yes, sir.
Sir, me only.
587. Are you ready?
Yes, sir, I'm ready, sir.
Okay. Yeah, you can present now.
Yes, sir. A pleasant morning to one and all. This is Vaishnavi of 4th CSCB. Today my topic is about history and advancement of computer operating system. First of all, we'll know the definition of operating system. Operating system is a collection of programs that coordinates the operations of computer hardware and software. It acts as a bridge for the interface between man and machine. Example of operating system are Windows, Linux, POS, etc. There are 5 phases in history of operating system. Coming to the history phase 1, the phase 1 is from 1948 to 1970. In this phase, it consists of expensive hardware and cheap humans. Next, coming to the next slide, history of operating system. The history of operating system is divided into many steps. The first step is evolution step 0. In evolution step 0, let us observe the following figure. Figure indicates the application operating system hardware. In this phase, we use simple operating system which has one program, one user, one machine. Some of the examples are early computers, early PCs. We use embedded controllers such as Nintendo, car, elevators, etc. In this phase, operating system is just a library of standard service. Examples are standard device driver, interrupt handlers, input, output. The advantage of this evolution step 0 is there are no malicious people, no bad programs are present. It consists of a minimum of complex interaction, and main disadvantage of this evolution step 0 is poor utilization and expensive. Coming to the next slide, history of system. In this history of system, there are two systems, 1401 and system 7094. In 1401 system, will bring all the cards and will place all these cards in the card reader. After placing those cards in the card reader, we'll arrange those cards in tape drive in sequential order. After arranging those cards in sequential order, the input tape reads the data in the tape drive from the current position. This ended after reading the data from current position, system tape act as a computer operating system and store the incoming data as a magnetic tape. After storing as magnetic tape, the output return the data to the current position. The same data will be printed as output in the printer. Next, coming to the next slide, history phase 1. In this history phase 1, when computers cost millions of dollars, optimized for more efficient use of hardware, in this, there was a lack of interaction between user and computer. In user console, only one user at a time can use the system. In batch monitor, we can load the program, we can run the program, we can print it. We optimize to better use hardware. When user thinking at console, computer idle is very bad. It feeds computer batches and make users wait. The main disadvantage of this history phase 1 is there is no protection in this phase. Coming to the next slide, core memories. The core memories are developed during year 1950s and 1960s. Core memory stored data as a magnetization 405 alphabetical accounting machine. If we observe the following figure, it shows the single drive through the cores in the long direction and 50 turns in the short direction. In this core memories, iron cores are woven into two-dimensional mesh of wires. It is the origin of the term dumb core in the rumor that IBM consulted its life savior company. Next, coming to the next slide, late 60, early 70. During late 60, early 70, the invention of the data channel interrupt to invent the overlap input, output, and compute. It stands for direct memory access for input output devices, and input output can be completed asynchronously. The advantage of the late 60s, early 70s multi-programming. In multi-programming, n greater than one program runs simultaneously when n is the number of programs that run simultaneously. In this multi-programming, the small jobs, if n greater than one program runs simultaneously, then small jobs are not delayed by large jobs. There is more overlap between input, output, and CPU, and we need memory protection between programs and our operating system. Continuation of late 60, early 70. The main disadvantage of this late 60, early 70 is complexity starts to get out of hand. In this, Multics were announced in 1963 and ran in 1969. 1777 people contributed to MIT's Multics. The Turing Award lecture from Fernando Corbato on building systems that will fail. In this complexity, operating system 360 degrees is released with 1,000 known bugs. There is an anomalous program activity report. Operating system finally becomes an important science. The question is how to deal with complexity. Result is Unix based on Multics, but it is vastly simplified. Next, coming to the next slide, the Multics system. It was developed during the period, the mid of 1976. The 6,180 at MIT IPC skin doors open. We can observe in the following figure, the doors are open. Circa 1976. We usually ran the machine with doors open so the operator could see the EQ register display, which gave you an idea of the machine load and for convenient access to the execute button, which the operator would push to enter BOSS if the machine crashed. Coming to the next slide, Ritchie and Thompson at PDP 11. Ritchie C language was developed by Dennis M. Ritchie, AT&T Bell Laboratories. Unix was developed by Ken Thompson. The present slide indicates Unix needed 16 kilobytes of application, in which user could only get 8 kilobytes for their application. At that time, it was a mini operating system. Coming to the next step, that is evolution step 1. In this step, simple operating system is inefficient. In this, a waiting process block everything else on the machine. Next, a simple hack. It runs more than one process at once. When one process blocks, it automatically switches to another. A couple of problems. The problems are What if program does infinite loop or start randomly scribbling on memory? The main advantage of this step is operating system adds protection, interposition, preemption, privilege. If we observe the following figure, GCC stands for GCC Max Operating System Hardware. GCC stands for GNU Compiler Collection. Used to elect mainly C and C++ language, and Emacs is a text editor. Next, operating system hardware. Coming to the next step, that is evaluation step 2. In this step, simple operating system is too expensive. It means one user is equal to one computer. One user, one computer. Next, a simple hack, it allows more than one user at a time. Does machine now run n times slower? Usually no. The key observation is users are active in bursts. If idle, give resource to others. The main disadvantage of this step is, what if users are greedy, evil, or just too numerous? The advantage of this step is operating system add protection. As we try to utilize resource, complexity grows like that. Yeah, coming to the next slide, early disk history. If in early disk history, if you observe the following figure, in 1973, 1.7 megabits per square is used in 140 megabytes. In 1979, 7.7 megabits per square is used in 2300 megabytes. In early disk history, Microsoft is trying to cram even more data into even smaller spaces. Next phase, history phase 2. So the second phase is from 1970 to 1985. In this, it consists of cheaper hardware and more expensive human. In this history phase 2, computers available for tens of thousands of dollars instead of millions. Operating system technology maturing or stabilizing. The advantage of this history phase 2 is interactive time sharing. In this interactive time sharing, we use cheap terminals at the $1,000 to let multiple users interact with the system at the same time. To sacrifice CPU time to get better response time, the users do debugging, editing, and email online. Disadvantage of this phase is trashing. In trashing, performance is very non-linear response with load. And trashing caused by many factors, including swapping and inefficient queuing. The graph represents response time. In this space, we can observe the graph. This graph indicates the response time and users. Coming to the history phase 3, the third phase is from 1981 to 1989. In this, it consists of very cheap hardware, very expensive human. In history phase 3, the computer cost $1,000 and programmer cost $1,000 per year. If you can make someone 1% more efficient by giving them computer, it's worth. It uses computer to make people more efficient. Personal computing, and this computers are cheap, so give everyone a PC. Limited hardware resources initially. And this operating system becomes a subroutine library. One application, we can run one application at a time. Example, MS-DOS, CP per so on. Eventually, PCs become more powerful. In this operating system, regain all the complexities of big operating system, and those are multi-programming, memory protection, etc. The question is, as hardware gets cheaper, does the need for operating system research gradually? Graphical, coming to the next slide, graphical user interface. First of all, we'll know the difference between the graphical user
You are taking
interface
more
and
time.
Unix. Graphical, yes, sir. Graphical user interface uses graphics for look and feel effect, whereas Unix uses commands to run program. We can see some of the Microsoft Windows versions. Windows 1.0 developed in 1985, Windows 3.1 developed in 1990, Windows 95 developed in 1995. This three is Windows 1.0 with 3.195 or single level type of Microsoft Windows. Windows NT developed in 1993. This is protection type of Microsoft Windows. Windows 2000 developed in 2000. Windows XP in 2001. This is full protection type of Microsoft Windows. Next. Coming to the history phase 4, when compared to history phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, history phase 4 and phase 5 are completely different. The fourth phase is from 1989 to 1995. In this, it consists of only distributed systems. In the history phase 4, we can see local area networking. In this local area networking, different machine share resources such as printers, file server, web servers, etc. Local area networking is a client server model. So we saw computing and file storage. If we observe the following figure, the client server model communicate through network. Next, coming to the history phase 5. The phase 5 is from 95 to and so on. It is also different when compared to other history phases. In this, it depends only on, it is based on mobile system. Next, in this history phase 5, we use ubiquitous mobile devices such as laptop, PDF, phones, etc. They are more small, portable, and inexpensive. Recently, twice as many smartphones as PDAs, many computers per person. We use limited capabilities such as memory, CPU, power, etc. Next, continuation of history phase 5. In history phase 4, we observed that the local area networking. In history phase 5, we observed that wireless or wide area networking. In wide area networking, the leveraging the infrastructure is present. In wide area networking, huge distributed pool of resource extend devices is present. We use traditional wide area networking, traditional computers split into pieces, wireless such as wireless keyboard, mice, CPU, distributor, storage, remote. P2P system, P2P, many devices with equal responsibility work together, and components of operating systems spread across globally. Next, coming to the modern laptop, if we observe in 1981 to 2005, 1981 we used 10, the modern laptop is 10 CPU. See, if we observe it from 1981 to 2005, it gradually increases. And from 2005 to 2006, again it decreases. In DRAM capacity, the modern laptop in 1981 to 2005, it increases. From 2005 to 2006 ultralight laptop, it decreases. In disk capacity also, the modern laptop from 1981 to 2005, it increased, and from 2005 to 2006, it decreases. Net bandwidth from 1981 to 2005, it goes on increasing. From 2000 in 2006, three types of network is used: wireless and wide area. And in modern laptop, the address bits from 1981 to 2005, they used more address. From 2005 to 2006, they used same address bits. In modern laptop, the modern laptop in 19 uses for machine 1981 to 2005, it decreases, and from 2005 to 2006 again became 1/4 part. Next, price of the modern laptop from 1981 to 2006, it gradually decreases. In this, coming to the next slide, migration of operating system. In mainframe, mini computer, desktop computer, handheld computer, they compiler, timesheet, and batch resistant monitors. Multi-user network are seen in mainframe, mini computer, desktop computer. Next, coming to the next slide, if we observe the graph indicates the performance trends comparison between microcomputer, supercomputer, mainframe, mini computer, microprocessor. Among all, the microprocessor gradually increases its performance trends. Classification of OS. Coming to the next slide. Now, OS is categorized or classified into early and historically important proprietary, non-proprietary Unix like non-proprietary, non-Unix like disk operating system, network operating system, generic or commodity, non-Unix and other operating system for Soviet personal computer, hobby, operating system, embedded, interpreted, fictional operating system, and Lego Mindstorms. The embedded system. Coming to the next slide, embedded system. There are 4 things in embedded system. There are first, smartphone, router, microcontroller, real-time operating system. Next, overall summary. Let us revise about the summary history of operating system. In this, operating system changes continuous and operating system should adapt not to look how stupid batch processing was, but to make sense at the time. Situation today is much like the late 60s. For small operating system, they 100 kilo lines are used, and for large operating system 10 million lines are used. In 10 million, 5 million are used for the browser. People are used 100 to thousands of years. They use this large operating system.
Is your presentation over?
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me this golden opportunity.
Oh, okay, okay. Golden opportunity. Okay. So we will continue the seminars in the next, I mean in the tomorrow's class. Okay. So good. Time management is important. You are presenting, but content is okay, very well. Both you and Charita, 87 and 86. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, presentation is good.
Thank you, sir.
So, okay. I mean, there are still a lot of improvement is required. Okay. So in
Okay,
terms of time management. Okay. So Charita is short and your presentation is long. Okay. It's okay. I mean, minimum 10 to 15. You have to prepare for minimum 10 minutes. Okay. Minimum and maximum 15 minutes. Okay. So that's it.
okay, sir.
I think you have next class. So next class time is also 11:14 now. Okay. So you can join the next class now. Okay. Is that okay? So I think links, I mean, whatever the link every day you are using, okay, the same link you can use now. So this link actually why I taken is that link I am unable to make you host. So if I don't make you host, you cannot present it. So that's why I tried in the Nirla CSC 4B accountant and logged in with this meeting ID. Okay, if anybody asks, just tell the reason. Is that okay? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, good. Anything else you want to discuss? Anything else?
No, sir.
సో టాపిక్స్ బాగానే ఉన్నాయి. టెక్నికల్ టాపిక్ తీసుకున్నారు ఇద్దరు. నీ టాపిక్ ఏంటమ్మా? 87. నీ టాపిక్ ఏంటి? హిస్టరీ అండ్ ఎవల్యూషన్ ఆఫ్ వెళ్ళిపోయిందా? 87 ఉందా?
Sir, history and advancement of computer operating system, sir.
హిస్టరీ అండ్
Advancement of computer operating system.
అడ్వాన్స్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ కంప్యూటర్ ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్. ఓకే,
Yes, sir.
కంప్యూటర్ ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్.
Yes, sir.
ఓకే, 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 గుడ్. సో ఎవరైనా అడిగితే చెప్పండి, ఇలా వేరే మీటింగ్ ఐడిలో ఉన్నామని చెప్పండి. సో మరి నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ ఎక్కడ అనేది నాకు తెలియదు. మరి మీరు మార్నింగ్ నుంచి ఏదైతే అవుతున్నారో సో దాంట్లోనే ట్రై చేయండి. మళ్ళీ బ్యాక్ టు దట్ సేమ్ లింక్ ఓన్లీ. ఓకే, ఇస్ దట్ క్లియర్? Okay. Bye for now.